For more on this story, we're pleased to be joined by Newsmax political analyst Dick Morris. Dick, of course, the co-author of the bestseller Power Grab, Obama's Dangerous Plan for a One-Party Nation. He joins us from Iowa. Also joining us via Skype from New York City, the former lieutenant governor of the Empire State, Betsy McCaughey. So, Dick, will this help or hurt Donald by not showing up at the Fox debate?
It's not going to happen. He'll show up. He's laid the groundwork for it by saying he'll negotiate with Rupert Murdoch, which means that they'll reach a deal. I think this is all a setup from the beginning. I think Trump is just trying to hog the news cycle and create a lot of storm about himself and drown everybody else out in the days right before the primary, so the caucuses, because that's all the media will cover. I think it's a setup job from the beginning.
Well, let's drill down on this for a second, Dick. You're saying this is, again, Donald Trump and his genius for PR to dominate the news cycle, and you are convinced he's going to show up at the debate for Fox.
Yeah, I am. The other piece of evidence I have, other than his willingness to talk to Murdoch, is that he broadened his criticism of Fox this morning and said it wasn't just that Kelly is going to be on the panel, it was that Fox had mocked and insulted him with a press release that they sent out. And that obviously creates what's going to happen. Megyn will remain on the panel, so Fox will have its dignity, and Fox will apologize for the press release so Trump can claim victory. And the whole point of this is to spend 48 hours not discussing Cruz's surging momentum, or Rubio trying to get into the top three, or Trump's social and abortion record that's all over the paid media in Iowa. Everybody wants to be talking about, will Trump show up or not?
Well, Betsy McCaughey, you've heard the theory advanced by Dick Morris. Agree or disagree? We are going to get back to Betsy in just a second. Take it from me, she's not speechless. She's got some points on this. But, Dick, you just elucidated a couple of things right there that we need to follow up on. And that is what is happening here. Now, less than a week away, Ted Cruz with paid media showing Donald Trump, in his own words, advancing a very liberal agenda. You believe that is registering with Iowa's would-be caucus goers?
Yeah, the last poll was Quinnipiac that showed Trump 2 ahead of Cruz. And I think that last week, Trump gained because I think the Palin endorsement and the attack by Branstad, the sixth-term governor, Republican governor who attacked Cruz on ethanol, I think both of those really opened the gap for Trump over Cruz. But in the last 4 or 5 days, there's been an avalanche of very effective paid media by PACs and candidates, all attacking Trump and attacking him for his social positions. Let me also say, JD, that I don't think that this move is going to help Trump at all. I think it's a serious mistake. I think the big negative on Trump is, does he have the temperament to be president? Does he have the dignity and temperament and even-handedness to be able to control nuclear weapons? And when Trump shows a peak like he is and singles out a reporter like Nixon used to, I think that undermines people's faith in his ability to be commander-in-chief.
Well, whatever happens with Trump, when he initially announced that he was going to stay away from the debate, Ted Cruz went on Mark Levin's radio program. Let's listen to what Cruz had to say about Donald, his intentions, and perhaps his temperament.
I'd like to hear Donald explain to the American people, to the people of Iowa, how he is prepared to be commander-in-chief if he's terrified by a television host.
So that is the fear factor, if you will. He's not really afraid of Megyn Kelly, is he?
I don't think it's credible to say that he's afraid of Kelly or afraid of debating. I think what is credible is that he is a very arrogant person who feels a sense of entitlement and dare any reporter aim at him like she did. But right now, I don't think he's hot. I don't think this is a fit. I think this is a carefully considered move to suck up all the oxygen in the room in the days before the caucus.
We are trying to bring in Betsy McCaughey. Maybe all the snowfall in New York affected her Skype. It was frozen for a second. Betsy, we know you have something to say about this.
Well, I certainly do. I certainly do. And the fact is, Trump has cleverly piloted his campaign from the beginning to maximize media attention. That's exactly what he's doing again. And I also believe that he's going to show up at the debate. If he doesn't, of course, Cruz will be taking many more blows, body blows from his competition. But I do believe that Donald Trump will be on the stage tomorrow night. He's not only the deal master, he's the bluff master.
There's another theory that's been advanced, and it's interesting, Betsy, that both you and Dick think he will show up in the final analysis. There are others who say maybe he's got his own internal polling. Maybe he's worried that he's not going to win Iowa anyway. Rather than blame it on a lack of support, he could say, well, look, there was a big blow up about the debate. You don't put any credence in that theory whatsoever, huh, Betsy?
Not at all. I do believe he's confident he's going to win Iowa. Whether he does or not is another matter. But I think he's in it to win it. And he has maximized media attention all week. No one is talking about anything except whether Donald Trump is going to come to this debate.
Go ahead, Dick.
If Trump does not come to the debate and Cruz is there, you're right, everyone's going to be taking shots at Cruz. But in the current format of these debates, getting shot at is a good thing to have happen. Because every time anyone attacks you, you get the right to talk. And by the time the debate's over, you probably hogged 50% of the airtime, even though you're only one of 7 or 8 people up there.
And of course, Donald Trump has proved to be a master counter puncher. So, Betsy, if he's not there, you know, people say they might pile on Ted Cruz. Actually, with Trump in absentia, it gives all the other candidates a chance to get in their verbal warfare without Donald being able to answer back. Your thoughts on that? 45 seconds.
In many cases, that's not very impressive.
Nobody is quite as clever with the put down, huh? Go ahead, Dick.
Edward St. Vincent Millay. When I was coming down the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. I do wish he'd go away.
Well, there we have it. It's a variation on Bullwinkle's Corner for the poetic side of Dick Morris there. Poetry and politics, the verbal pugilism that may take place. Betsy McCaughey in New York, Dick Morris from Iowa. Dick, of course, co-author of the bestseller Power Grab, Obama's Dangerous Plan for a One-Party Nation. Remember, you can get your copy of Power Grab at powergrab411.com. Well, do you want to respond to what Mr. Morris had to say, quoting Edna St. Vincent Millay? Hey, look, I got a little rhyme in there. Send your comments to me at newsmaxtv.com/comments. Yes, sirree. Coming up later in The Way I See It, the reason why I skipped a debate and how it helped me. My old congressional colleague Steve King from Iowa is next.